Hello, I'm Professor Susan DeGise. This tutorial is on Practice 1.2b, Directions. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate number. Okay, so I'm going to do this sample row with you. Now, what I found in my classes, the easiest thing to do was to list out all the different note values in order, either from smallest to biggest or from biggest to smallest. So let's just list them out, the ones that we've learned in this section, from smallest to biggest. So we have a 16th note, then we have an 8th note, then we have a quarter note, then we have a half note, and then we have a whole note. So all these note values going this way are going to be twice as long as the previous, and all the note values going this way are going to be twice as short. So let me show you how we're going to apply this to this exercise. In the sample here, the whole note is equal to 1. So if the whole note is equal to 1, we know that each of these note values is getting smaller. So a half note would be equal to half, a quarter note would be equal to a fourth, an eighth note would be equal to an eighth, and a 16th note would be equal to a 16th. All right, so the half note here is going to be worth half. The eighth note here is going to be worth an eighth. And the quarter note here is going to be worth a fourth. All right, so go ahead and do the next 3 rows on your own. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, number 1. This time, the half note is equal to 1. So I've written out all the note values up here. The half note is going to be equal to 1 this time. So going this way, we know this is twice as big, so this will be worth 2. Going this way, we know these will all be half as big. So this will be 1/2, this will be 1/4, and this will be 1/8. All right, so a whole note would be equal to 2. An eighth note would be equal to a fourth. And a quarter note is equal to a half. Moving on to number 2. This time an eighth note is worth 1. So we put our 1 here. And moving this way, everything will be twice as big. So this will be worth 2. Half note is worth 4, and a whole note is worth 8. Going this way, it's going to be half the size, so that'll be worth a half. All right, so a 16th note would be worth a half. A half note is worth 4, and a whole note is worth 8. And now number 3, the last row. This time a quarter note is equal to 1. Moving this way, a half note is worth 2, and a whole note is worth 4. Moving this way, an eighth note is worth half, and a 16th note is worth a fourth. So an eighth note is worth half, a whole note is worth 4, and a 16th note is worth 1/4. If you have any questions about these note values, I really recommend you just draw out a chart like this, and everything's either going to be doubled or halved, okay? You've now completed the tutorial for Practice 1.2b. Thank you for watching.